Hey, so I chose the case of Robert DuBois for my bite assignment. Here's the background. It was in 1983. It was a murder of Barbara Graham in Tampa, Florida. The victim was found near a dental clinic. Investigators discovered bite marks on her cheek. 18-year-old Robert Dubois became a suspect. Key image suggestion was the photo of Tampa courthouse or symbolic scale of justice. Investigation and documentation. The crime scene documentation included photos of the bite marks. Forensic odontologists made a wax mold from Dubois' teeth for comparison. The bite mark impressions on the victim's skin were matched to Dubois. The interrogation. Dubois, questioned by Tampa police, and he denied the involvement. Informant in jail falsely claimed Dubois confessed, and Dubois maintained innocence throughout. The evidence at the trial. The forensic dentist testified bite mark matched Dubois to a reasonable degree of dental certainty. Jury viewed photos and overlays of the alleged match. The bite mark evidence was the prosecution's strongest forensic link. His conviction slash sentence was he was convicted of first degree murder and attempted sexual battery on 1985. Sentenced to death later and was later reduced to life imprisonment. Served for over 37 years before exoneration. Here was the problems with the evidence. The bite mark, decade later, expert reviewed concluded the mark was not a human bite at all, and the dental impressions and molds were made using beeswax, an unreliable medium for precision and forensic. The jailhouse informant who claimed Dubois' confession was incentivized and later discredited. Other physical evidence excluded Dubois. There were no credible eyewitnesses placing him near the scene. The aftermath. In 2018, the case was reviewed by Conviction Review Unit. DNA testing done on preserved evidence excluded Dubois and pointed to two other men, Amos Robinson and Abram Scott. On September 14th, 2020, Dubois' conviction was vacated and released after nearly 37 years in prison. The expert who testified later acknowledged that he could not be certain, and the professional standards in the field changed. Dubois later sued the city of Tampa and the police officers and the forensic dentist for his wrongful conviction. The lessons learned and the implications are the case underscores how reliance on forensics methods lacking scientific validation can lead to wrongful convictions. The importance of DNA evidence and preservation of crime scene materials for future retesting, and the need for constant review and reform of forensic science admissibility standards. The law enforcement and prosecutors they need to ensure investigations rely on multiple lines of evidence, remain open to review, and avoid reliance on a single piece of questionable forensics evidence. And for the defense counsel and courts, they need to be vigilant about underlying validity of forensic methods. Contributions like this case can help educate about the limitations. And then there are my references.